It was a bloodbath on Dalal Street on Monday as Indian markets plunged in line with a global sell-off triggered by US President Donald Trump's aggressive new tariffs. Investors woke up to a sea of red, and by midday it was clear the carnage was real. The BSE's 30-share Sensex plunged 5.19% or 3,914 points to open at 71,449.94. The broader Nifty tumbled 5% or 1,146.05 to open at 21,758.4. It was one of the most brutal trading sessions in recent memory, with volatility spiking to its highest in months. Broader markets weren't spared either. Both the small cap and mid cap indices tanked over 4%, erasing crores of investor wealth in mere hours. Every sector ended in the red, but some bore the brunt more than the others. This is the biggest single-day fall in almost 10 months. On the 4th of June last year, the Sensex and Nifty had plummeted 5.74% and 5.93% respectively following the Lok Sabha election results announcement. So let's take a look at the sector breakdown and who got hit the hardest. The metal sector was the worst performer of the day. With Trump's sweeping reciprocal tariffs now in effect, Indian metal exports face a daunting road ahead. Tata Steel alone crashed over 9%, while JSW Steel followed close behind, losing 7.5%. Heavyweights like NMDC, Hindalco, SAIL, and Hindustan Copper were deep in the red as fears over demand and global pricing gripped investors. Technology stocks also felt the heat, tanking amid growing fears of a global recession. The Nifty IT index collapsed nearly 6%, with all 10 of its components in freefall. Infosys, TCS, Wipro, and HCL Tech, typically seen as defensive bets, were among the top losers, sliding between 3.6 and 7.2%. Analysts cited India's heavy reliance on the US tech market and the rising uncertainty there as key reasons for the sell-off. Meanwhile, banking and financials weren't spared either. The Nifty Financial Services Index dropped 4%, while the Nifty Bank Index fell 3.6%. Major banks like Kotak Mahindra, ICICI, Axis, and HDFC slipped between 3% and 5%. Financial services firms like Shriram Finance, REC, HDFC, AMC, and Jio Financial Services took even bigger hits, some falling as much as 7.5%. Investors are rattled, and the uncertainty sparked by the latest trade war salvo from Trump has sent shockwaves through global markets. While Indian regulators and policymakers are monitoring the situation closely, the sentiment on the ground is one of caution and concern. Devarsh Vakil, who's the head of prime research at HDFC Securities, stated, investor confidence plummeted after US reciprocal tariffs triggered retaliatory measures from China. This escalating trade war has profoundly unsettled investors and intensified fears of an impending recession. The big question now: how long will the turmoil last? And is this just the beginning of something much bigger? For more details on the Indian stock market and how it's reacting to Trump's reciprocal tariffs, stay tuned to the official YouTube channel of the Indian Express.